run the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And today, I'm wearing that port begging blue for the port beggar in you. How are you today? That's what I want to say. I want to say today is a marvelous day, especially if you Xbox green, if you know what I mean, if you're hanging out with the team. Hey, man. Jacket looking dope. See a lot of people loving it. I see a lot of people online getting it. Shout out to everybody that went out to the show. I want to give a special shout out to Hargeek Shani. That's the man, the soul controller, the man, the Isotola, the guy that's holding things in his hand. Pause. Watch your mouth. Don't be funny. No Diddy. That's my guy. Now, Hargeek is a great guy. And I never got a chance to properly thank you, show you appreciation, to let you know that you're truly loved, you're truly valued as a great person in the community. And sometimes when people are moving and shaking and going from this place to that place and also trying to get as much stuff done as possible, we lose sight of letting individuals know that we appreciate them. Hargeet was in charge of a lot of things, and Hargeet moved his flight to come in early to just be with the group. Hargeet, I want to let you know, I appreciate you more than anything. Words cannot express it, to be honest with you. And sometimes, I'm a man of many words, but sometimes I come up short with words when I'm trying to express the proper words. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Meeting you and getting to know you and getting to know the man that you are. I know that everyone in your family is proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate everything that you have done for me, everything that you have done for Iron Lord's podcast, everything that you have done for this community. And people don't understand how valuable Hargeek Shani is to humanity. Because you PlayStation dudes, if y'all had somebody like this that reps as hard as he does and is as knowledgeable as he is, y'all would never give him up. He's not up for sale. He's not available. But seeing him and Keasante, two tech guys that's like tops in their field, talk about things and have conversations. I mean, taught me a lot. It taught me, to choose your friends wisely, and your mother and your father's, your parents, your family, your members, whoever's in charge of you, anybody that's in charge of you, always tell you to surround yourself with good people. And those are some great people. But enough of bloviating and giving thanks and appreciation. This is Xbox Frontline News. This is a channel that's adult, because we don't do no whining and crying over here. If you want to whine and cry and you want to feel sorry for yourself, go someplace else. We don't do that here. I don't care if you're a port beggar. I don't care if you're a greenback. I don't care if you're a pony bot. I don't care if you're a Nintendo. I don't care. We don't whine over here, right? If you down in the pits, you squabble in them. As long as you keep it clean, I say keep it green. But as long as you good down there, don't disrespect nobody, and we all good here. Shout out to my man Frank. I can always count for Frank to be there. So, yo, listen, we had all these game shows, all these wonderful. We had one true showcase. We had one indie fest with Summer Games Fest. And they had some AAA titles there. A lot of people was upset with me because I gave the Summer Games Fest a 7.5 if you're nasty. You know, food trucks was dope. If you want to rate it on certain stuff, food trucks was dope. But I want to get into a couple of games. I want to get into a couple of topics. I want to get into a couple of things. I want us to talk about some stuff. I want us to get into why we're here. We're here to celebrate Xbox. Yeah. Feels good. Look at it. Where is that in the chair? Yeah, Xbox. We're here to celebrate Xbox and give them their flowers, while at the same time keeping the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. We're going to run it up on these bumps. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know exactly how we do it over here. We ain't going to stop banging until they become an app. Pause. Nintendo, you good. You didn't snitch. We got no problems with you. Actually, Nintendo, you're looking kind of good over there with that Lego Glizzy. Man, you know, that's how you reward people that don't snitch. You give them glizzies. Yo. Now, this game I didn't even know existed at all. Absolutely amazing setup. And it might be available someplace else. Ask me if I care.
And paint again. Paint a new number.
Look crazy.
Ticking down every year. One stroke. And everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness.
That's crazy.
Every year she paints again. And every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
That looks sick.
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Perfect timing. I don't know what to make of this. RPG? What?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who'll come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Expedition 33. It seems like Xbox and Microsoft is targeting single-player, story-driven narrative games that are graphically intense, expansive, and show well. Not caring if said games is on other platforms, but allowing the Game Pass bag to talk for itself. I didn't know what this game was. I did not understand what this game is. And I know a lot of you guys is going to say, yo, King, you can go read the description of the game and you can go figure the game out right there, right? Yes, I could. I can go do that. But I'm an individual. I pick up the game, I play the game. I want to decipher things. I like to discover. I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, walked this earth from the 90s on. All is it about is discover. I was here before the internet, before we did all of that stuff. So I don't want somebody to break everything down for me. I like to learn myself. Let's get into this next topic. This next title, because this next title goes all the way back to my gaming on OG 360. So much fun. So much fun.
Shoot.
Now, I knew everybody wanted to see this.
You want to know all about heroes, do you?
And in-game engine and graphics.
Because who better to tell you all about them than
vertical slicing. We don't know what's what.
Them all. Yeah.
In-game assets. Yeah.
In all his finery. Cheers.
I love the humor. I always did love the humor of Fable. And I guess my Fable was number 2.
I'm sure you get your mega fans.
You are like literally my favourite person.
Your haters.
It's like a dream to me. Like this can't be real. But after playing Hellblade, do I have the right to doubt Microsoft?
But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
Xbox achieve this, and I know they can?
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, and that really stays with you.
It is sick.
I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove.
It's wild.
I tell you, this kid, she had it all. Skill,
man,
talent.
I've dreamed of this.
She was something else, all right. She was
my whole gaming life.
Terrifying.
I've dreamed of this level of fidelity and control.
All the wrong choices.
Humphrey,
matched with storytelling.
she's back.
Microsoft has made the possibilities endless.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
My God.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Fable. Remember how we saw Hellblade 2 and we was like, that's not it. See? That can't be it, see? No way, see? And then we got it, we was like, oh, wait, see? It's baffling, right? That we even contemplate doubting Xbox at this point when they delivered at the levels that they've been delivering at, right? It's unfathomable to feel that we got to tell them to prove it again. It's like watching a heavyweight boxer that you saw knock out somebody and he was like, does he really have power though? And he does it again. And he does it again. And he becomes champion, the youngest heavyweight champion to ever live. And he does it in such a swift, fast manner, and he's so explosive, they're calling him Kid Dynamite. Shout out to my Iron Mike Tyson fans who knew where I was going with this. Fable was always a fan favorite of mine. From everything that you got a chance to do in every game. Now, I know Lord Attic is, lives and dies by Fable, and that's what probably got him started playing, on Xbox and stuff. But I was playing Fable and enjoying Fable at the same time, at a different age, getting all the mature jokes. And I loved the game because it was mature and it was raunchy, and you can catch diseases and have multiple wives and everything. Raise kids that's not yours. It's crazy. The stuff that the game was allowing you to do. I pray that as great as Fable looks, plays equally as well. Hey, you pony bots, I got your favorite game. In Jin. I saw his bad to say. Hey, man, summer talking, baby. Are you ready for the ultimate weapon? To control your console. He became the villain. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. Bang, bang. Oh, it makes me. Yeah, the PlayStation booty. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You port beggars know I got on blue for you. You port beggars. Yeah. Sea of Thieves. It's doing numbers over there. Styling on you. It looks good that you're finally enjoying our 7-year-old leftovers. Y'all want something a little bit newer? Because I see that's what's going on here. I see that you guys are port begging, right? So, I propose Redfall, since you ain't got nothing this year anyway. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do it over here. I'm going to run it up on you bums and charge you 70 schmeckles. 70 schmeckles. Gonna get this work. Let's go. Always been a fan of Snake Eater. Pause. And
Flying over Pakistan.
I always thought this was my
approaching Soviet airspace.
the best Metal Gear.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Zelino-Yazd in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov.
I felt that this was when we was at our height in storytelling.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as
I
Snake
fell
from
for
now on.
all the crap that they was talking about.
The clock is ticking.
I thought Konami could do
This
no
will
wrong.
be a sneaking mission.
And
You must not
just
be
when they
seen by the
presented
enemy.
it earlier and I was looking at the
No
frame
trace
rate
of
on
your
some stuff
presence.
like that,
Is that clear?
it seems like they're
This kind of infiltration
continuing
is the Fox Unit Speciality. In other
weird
words, weapons and equipment to procure on site.
old
That goes
school
for food as
animation,
well.
polygon,
Completely naked,
jutta
just as your
something.
name implies.
I have to find my own
but it
weapons
keeps
and
bringing
equipment.
me back to the feelings
Whose
of
crazy
when
idea was this
I first
anyway?
played it.
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
And I
Real
guess this is
one-man
when you
army.
stay true to the artistic vision of the game. But I think our eyes and stuff matured. And I'm not saying that this doesn't look good. I really appreciate the game, to be real with you. Yeah, that was that Rambo feel that you had to it. To introduce this to a whole new genre of player. Isn't that what we're looking forward to?
Commencing virtuous mission now.
I'm all about it. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. I remember playing Snake Eater, and I've always been a Kojima dude. Now I don't go full Kojima. No, shout out to the Slow Mo Backs Lab. Never go full Kojima. I never go full Kojima. Pause. That's so disgusting. But at the same time, I loved every game that he put out. I mean, I didn't get a chance to play Death Stranding, and I could at any point in time. I just didn't. It didn't seem appealing to me. Right? So maybe it will. But I am pleased to see that this game is coming out now. I'll buy it and I'll put it just next to my original copy of Snake Eater, the first one. Let's go. Now, Undead Labs.
Who were you before?
They're a friend of the realm. We've seen the team grow. Our first PAX East, we attended one of the meet and greets where we got a chance to meet the devs, and I mean, one of the devs, me and him, was so cool. I got a statue that I to this day love.
But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
I'm trying to figure out.
We found hope.
I'm trying to figure out what went wrong from State of Decay 1 through 2. I guess it was the tethering thing.
The sacrifice would be worth it.
But now that they have Playground helping them, the Grounded team, to be more specific, because the Grounded team ended the DLC stuff. And how well Grounded is, how great Grounded plays.
Helped us find the courage to keep
in this sadistic, post-apocalyptic, zombie-filled world.
When we needed it the most.
I'm struggling because, it doesn't look like the initial reference trailer. I never thought it would live up to that anyway. But I seen they started to mimic the characters after.
I didn't know you well.
The what's that zombie?
But we'll keep your memory alive.
Show that everybody loves so much. With Rick, the simp.
Every sacrifice we make matters.
But
and will never be forgotten.
I guess they're trying to give it a story, give it heart. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to gather as much as I can from the trailer. Your big boy is still here. And what I took from this part is it a persistent world?
We live on.
Undead Labs was one of the first developers that we got a chance to meet early at the show, had our meet and greet, sat there, talked about it with Fogey and everybody. I miss you, Fogey, man. And it was us, our introduction into the industry. And we got a chance to play State of Decay 2, stuff like that. And it was actually Iron Lord's, like, our first PAX East, and us learning the ropes and boots on the ground, and we grew with them, they grew with us, pause, and we went to our first successful, like, after party with the developers. And it was something good. We got the thirst for knowledge, but also learned to respect developers at the same time. Also understand that the developers are human. To know that developers are people with feelings and this stuff matters very much, because I've been a person that plays video games and discard video games and this game is whack. And I really have a vested interest in State of Decay 3 being everything it's going to be, because when Undead Labs got purchased by Microsoft, I felt so great that these dudes will have the ability to work without an axe hanging over their head. And we see the state of the industry now, and to understand that they're still there and they're still churning out games and they're still working. I just want this game to be so successful. And I know that might sound super selfish, right? It might sound selfish, and I know since this trip, I know you're gonna say that King is a little bit more self-aware than before. It's seeing grown men and women pour their hearts into projects and look for the smallest hint of acknowledgement that a good job was done, and giving them constructive criticism without breaking and destroying that glimpse of try. That's what I take back from this trip. Microsoft is at a point right now where, and I know we say this a lot sometimes, that they come from shows, all they got to do is execute. I can't stand that. They've executed there. I dismiss individuals like that because that's ponybot talk. They are executing. The plan was already set in motion. Money was already spent. Outfits was already purchased. Dudes was already strapped in. Game plans will be executed. Kong will die. I walked away from this saying, oh, I see what y'all gonna do to this dude. Y'all gonna beat him to death. I walked away from that show. See, because what you have to do, if you have to stack this show with last year's show was nice too. But this year's show had a lot of bite to it, a lot of fight to it. Because deals is done. It's about the done deal, right? It's about the done deal. The deal being done it's changes where they are. Now, we see ABK has placed them in a different stratosphere. A stratosphere of cockiness. Now, it's the same cockiness PlayStation had when they had marketing rights. That's done. That's over. She belongs to us now. And it's in Game Pass. So those casual dollars is about to leave. Even though it's a #1 pre-ordered game. The big edition, pause. Y'all like it big over there. Hey, yo. But There's so many games that's going to be coming down the pipeline. There's so many different things, and I hear people saying stupid stuff like we don't have dates, and you're going to get dates. They're giving you games right now. Games after games after games. Hardware. And then I'm looking, because I was on Mr. Boomstick's show today. It's the Boomstick XL. My guy, my brother. And I'm there with their Steam panels, Seen Money, Shadows, Crispy Bomb. And Shadows was a Gears of War savant. His channel reflects it. He talks Gears of War. He does the walk and he does the talk, and he knows his stuff. And me and him is building, and while he's extrapolating, I'm going through my notes. I'm going through some stuff, and I'm figuring stuff out. I've noticed Microsoft's roadmap has been, one, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer having an interview with Phil Spencer. If you haven't seen that interview, go and see that interview, because that interview unlocks a special key that will tell you that Microsoft has always been, just like everyone else, a company that is trying to free themselves from the box, and further, they are freeing themselves from the box. But when I say free themselves from the box, they have become an entity within itself where you can play on any screen, and Samsung has helped them facilitate these things. This is why cloud gaming is still in beta. But Sarah Bond has eloquated certain aspects of their strategy. If you ever took the time out to actually listen to people talk and actually pay attention and not interject your own bias and thoughts, you will hear gems being dropped. Microsoft is a software company. Sarah Bond has stated numerous times, game preservation, the forward projection of the future of your gaming library, being able to be with you and go with you. And then the flexibility to be on every screen. That within itself tells you it's not hardware. A lot of people think it's just hardware. Hardware is the conduit in the device in which they are able to have deliverables brought to you. Right now, in the gaming sphere, Xbox and Microsoft is number one in service. Game Pass and the Xbox platform is number one in service. Now, a lot of you PC guys are going to try to argue this. When that handheld launches, has the Epic Store, Steam Store, Sony app, a couple other apps on it, and you're able to launch other launchers from that space, when they form the Infinity Gauntlet with one single console to rule them all, one ring to rule them all, with this ring, I thee wed the gaming industry. What happens? You see, I don't process information the same way a lot of other people process information. It's like, it's weird. And I try to gather my thoughts, and I try to explain why I'm 98% right all the time. And I look for ways for Sony to compete. They will start to look like a fighter that's trying to land one punch, opposed to the fighter that has it all together. If you're an Xbox person, and I really don't need Xbox people inside my DMs talking doom and gloom, talking about what games are going over there, what's happening. King, what's going on? Nothing's happening. Did you hear them saying any games going anywhere? Nothing's happening. All you saw was a good show and games is coming over. All you saw was hardware stuff. You got answers to things that you wanted. Stop being that guy looking for things and jumping at shadows, flinching at people moving at you. Well, this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you know the next time I punch a pony bot in the mouth. And I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it around State of Decay 3. Because I really, out of every game at that show, I really want them to win. I really do. I really do. Because I really wanted part 2 to win so bad. And when those tethering things popped up, yeah, it broke my heart. And they had a lot of different issues. And, you know, and I gave my feedback and stuff, but I really want y'all to win. That's the one studio I'm rooting for with all my heart. Try to play the Game Pass.